Hey, what's up? This is Gerardo Morillo. Today we're going to be talking about how to stop bullies, how to stop being bullied, how to avoid being bullied. I spoke a little bit about preventing bullies, being bullied on the video titled, I think it had something to do with frame control, how to control frame, whatever. Bullies are usually people who are targeting weaker people because they're trying to gratify themselves in some sort of way. They're trying to make themselves seem superior and they need other people, logically speaking, to feel superior by essentially dominating them within the social structure and within the social context, the social game. So, in order to feel superior, you need someone to compare yourself to. You need A and B. I am superior to this other person, and I've dominated them in front of everybody. Therefore, I am superior. This is what makes me superior. Now, how do you stop being bullied? All right, it's a little tricky, right? Depending on the context, but there's certain. This is like my rule when in doubt. When in doubt, just call them out. When in doubt, just ask them a question. Even if you gotta create drama, even if you have to create some sort of conflict or whatever. Let me hold on. Let me touch upon that. I don't promote anarchy. I don't promote people go out their way to create conflict or drama or sort of any sort of unnecessary tension. But if in doubt, you call them out, and then also you gotta be willing to escalate to a brawl if in case in point that it does happen, right? And I'm not saying that you should get into a fight. I'm not saying that you should even learn how to fight. I'm saying that you are grounded in who you are and that you learn how to stay grounded in who you are, where you're not allowing other people to throw you off balance, where you're not allowing their negativity to affect you, where you quickly identify what they're trying to do and then you call them out quickly. Because when you call them out quickly, you can eradicate a lot of the problems in the future or right there and then. You'll immediately realize when you call people out quickly, stress and drama gets handled immediately. And I mean very, very immediately. Because one thing that people don't like is conflict, negative tension, or anything that's stress prone. So when we're talking about bullies or people who are attempting to bully you, these are people who are wanting to seem superior within the social circle, within the social structure. And it's important that you just call them out right away. Like, and I hate to say this, but if in doubt, you call them out. Even it, you have to be willing to. The little trick here is that you got to be willing to escalate, even if it gets to that point. If it gets to that point, then you be willing to accept the fact that yes, all right, so if it gets to that point where we are having drama, or if it gets to that point where a brawl or a fight does eventually happen, then you'll be willing to accept that. Now, what you'll notice that if you are very well grounded, you call them out, you say no, you don't put up with it, you'll notice that these people won't even approach you. If you vibrate at that, if you radiate that I'm comfortable myself, I can handle myself, I'm willing to fight if necessary, if you vibrate at that, then what you'll notice is that you'll less likely encounter any of that kind of extra stress or any of that extra problem or drama. And this is very important to take note of because once you realize that if you call them out immediately, the drama gets solved quickly. Now, of course, it might escalate, it might build up. You have that risk. But if you build up this frame or this energy level within you that, I can take care of myself, I can hold myself, I am stable in myself, most likely people will not even bother you, people will not bully you, people will not try to attempt to do something harmful to you. It is when you, or not just you, but I'm just saying in general, it is when people radiate a weak frame or a sense that they walk around in fear, or they walk around feeling powerless, or they walk around just in a kind of weak way, they will attract people who are going to sense this and are going to want to exploit that. Now, unfortunately, that we live in these kind of like circumstances, we live in these kind of worlds, right? Where you got to juggle this, right? Because you want to be a good person, but not everyone is a good person. Not everyone is someone that you really is your friend. Not everyone is like your buddy buddy. Not everyone is like, and hey, they might not even be a bad person, but they just there and they're trying to do something to you. I don't know. It's not always that they're a bad person or whatever. It's just they're trying to, I don't know, they're just trying to test you, or they try to take advantage, or listen, guys, like socializing is a game. People are just trying to look superior than the other person. It's a social ladder, it's a social ranking system. Everyone is just trying to look like they're better than the next man. And I don't want to get too much into the details behind it, but essentially is the higher your rank, the more sex, more money you get. The more authority, the more decisions you get to make in terms of what goes down in the social group. So if you have power within yourself, you get to make more decisions, you get to make more money, you get to have more friends, you get to more benefits. So this is very much like the might makes right. But here in this podcast, I'm really just talking about how to hold your ground, how to be stable within yourself. Martial arts, they teach a lot of these concepts where these people who have trained for years how to fight, they never get into a fight because they just been practicing for a long time how to fight. They've been practicing their craft for a very long time, and they never even run into a fight for the simple fact that they radiate a different vibration of, if I get into a fight, I'll be able to come out on top, or I'll be able to hold my ground. You don't gotta be a professional fighter, you don't gotta be any of that sort, but the important thing is that you vibrate at this vibration of whatever happens, I can hold my ground. This is me, I'm here, this is my space. And if they try to like shake you off in your space, then you have every right to defend your space. Your space is your own property. When they come in and try to rebuttal you or try to disrespect you in some kind of way, they are essentially trying to put you lower on the social rank and then also make themselves seem superior to you in the social rank. So, this is why it's very important to not allow these people to kind of get away with these sort of things. That you call them out quickly. And it's very interesting because you won't even see a lot of these drama, you won't even see a lot of these conflicts unless you're in a social environment, right? Most of the time when I'm walking in the streets, I'm walking, no one gives me any drama. I don't have any stress, I don't have any conflict. But what I find interesting is that when there is a social environment such as work, such as school, you'll start to see a lot of these toxic behaviors. And assumingly it's because the social competition, the stress, there's a lot more social pressure to want to be better than someone else. So this tends to happen a lot. And it's very important that, again, that you be able to hold your ground. Because if you can hold your ground, you'll be able to block out and prevent people from messing with you. And this video is more so for people who are having issues in this kind of field. Maybe you're young and maybe you're inexperienced, or maybe you just want to hear, what I gotta say on this topic. If in doubt, call somebody out, even if you gotta do unnecessary drama. Listen, guys, I don't like drama. I hate drama. But the social game, it's a game, and it's a social hierarchy. It's a dog eat dog world. It's a animal world. All right, and as you climb higher and higher and higher in the ladder, you'll see a lot of less of these toxic and low-level behaviors. For sure and definitely, you'll see a lot of less these toxic behaviors. And as people grow up and people grow older and wiser, they'll do a lot less of these things too, and they won't even be doing these things, and you won't even be seeing these low-level toxic behaviors. However, if you are encountering these sort of things, just be mindful. Identify if this is going on. Sometimes people, this is tricky. Sometimes people are not trying to even bully you. Sometimes people are just trying to see how much they can get away. So they poke holes on you, and then they see like, all right, I got away with this. Now let me see what's the next thing I can get away with. And they're not doing this consciously. Sometimes people are not really purposely trying to mess with you. They're just analyzing on a subconscious level. Hmm. There's so much more I want to say. It's just I feel like I got the main point across when it comes to how to prevent bullies. And I'm just gonna quickly summarize. Socializing is a game. I'm not saying you need to cause drama. I'm not saying that you need to create anarchy by any means. Just be mindful that if someone is trying to bully you or pick on you, they're trying to derank you. They're trying to make themselves seem superior than you. And if you allow bullying, the bullying will continue. This is very important, guys. If you allow the bullying once or twice or three times, they won't stop. I've tested this out. Like sometimes people get the hint where, all right, he's not reacting, he's not playing that game, so I'll just leave him alone. But sometimes people won't stop. And when they don't stop is when you need to call them out. It's to me it's mind-blowing, right? Is you think that, all right, if you're forced in a interaction where you are continuously seeing someone and they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, you have every right to say, "Hey, stop. Cut that out real quick." You want to literally cut that toxic behavior before it becomes an issue, before it becomes a problem. Because you'll realize that if you don't say stop, they don't stop. It's to me, it's mind blowing. It really is mind blowing. Some people are very much like that. If you don't tell them stop, they won't stop. And then it's like, you escalate it, and then you kind of wonder, but why did we even need to get there? Why do we need to do this? And then, you'll notice that they'll kind of do this thing where they'll kind of quickly kind of shift their mindset from the bullying, and then sometimes they will even adopt a kind of victim mentality. Whereas, oh, I tried to bully you, and then you called me out, and now I'm the victim. So you'll see that sometimes too. So again, it's very important that if you feel that someone is bullying you, or you feel like someone's trying to challenge you or trying to contest you in any kind of way, just call them out immediately. And be okay within yourself. Be grounded within yourself. Be centered. Call them out. You don't need to fight. You don't need to create a fight. You don't. It's not anything about that, but it's about commanding respect and learning how to identify these different scenarios where people are trying to take advantage of you. That's all I got to say about how to stop bullying. Until next time, friends. P.S. Visit me on prosperitylife.com if you want to know more tips and strategies on how to hack your life for success. This has been John Merlot. Until next time.